Make some noise, chat is open. If you're here, let us know. Start the cheering. Let's have fun and start connecting. Your worries soon you'll be forgetting. Cause you are here with us now. We are all friends. Sit back and relax. We can begin. Ready or not, here we go. We're all here, so let's start the show. This is the place to be, right here with you and me. Let's meet somebody new. Come and be inspired. The only thing required is to learn and have fun too. Experiment with us, in you we can trust. To live that streaming life, there's no need to be scared as long as you're prepared. Start the stream and feel alive. Online streaming is a journey. With every step we're always learning. So come with us, let's support each other. We can do everything all together. Ready or not, here we go. We're all here, so let's start the show. This is the place to be, right here with you and me. Let's meet somebody new. Come and be inspired. The only thing required is to learn and have fun too. Experiment with us, in you we can trust. To live that streaming life, there's no need to be scared as long as you're prepared. Start the stream and feel alive. Your adventure is starting. Nothing compares to streaming. This is the place to be, right here with you and me. Let's meet somebody new. Come and be inspired. The only thing required is to learn and have fun too. Experiment with us, in you we can trust. To live that streaming life, there's no need to be scared as long as you're prepared. Start the stream and feel alive.
Well, hello, it's Thursday again, and that's another fantastic day for meeting with the live stream peer group project, and I have them all here. Hi, Lala, Einar, then Andy, of course, and Anna. Welcome, welcome. So nice to see you all. How are you doing?
Einar, what time is it for you, Einar?
Oh, I'm good.
The time here,
Yeah. What time is it, Einar?
10:01 in the evening.
In the evening.
Yeah, the same as for me. And as always, Lala is joining us in the middle of the night, 4 a.m. show. So she is the star of the show. And today she has an important role because we made some defined some goals, or she defined some goals for herself. And the topic of today is accountability. So naturally, we will start there with Lala. What did she accomplish since last week? And then the others, you can already think of some goals you would like to put for yourself. And then if we still have time, I remember Anna was asking last time to speak a bit about her background, but today we can't see her normal background, so we just have to remember it because she's on the road or something. Yeah. But so nice that you joined us, even if you were not at home. But I would say we really should start with Lala. And Lala, I have her here. So Lala, last
right.
week we spoke about you and editing, and if I remember correctly, you said you want to put out one edited video per week. Is that right?
Exactly.
And
All
did you
right.
make any progress?
Okay. So I was able to do shorts.
Yes, cool.
Yes, several shorts, not actually the one that I intended to do. As I said, I wanted to do edited videos. When I meant with that one is at least the 3 to 5 minuters, either new content or repurposed. But
Yeah,
as I said, I think I would start with repurposing. But one thing I actually did was to start, what do you call this, empowering myself by learning this script.
this script. Yeah,
Because yes, one of the way I was gonna do my like editing, one of those is the purpose of which is to repurpose my, I have like over 300 videos that I can repurpose already, from streaming for over a year. um and so one of those is turn them into podcasts. And as you can see now, I have a laptop. All right, okay.
I
So
didn't notice. So
all right.
I
So
don't know.
okay, all
Let's
right,
ask the
especially when,
group. Did someone notice the filler words from Lala?
so I
No.
actually really needed to learn how to remove the filler words. And I was like blown away by actually just one single word, ignore, and I was like it's already gone. So and it's in
Okay.
sync with the video. So now I know how to do that. So this coming week, definitely I am going to come up with those 3 minuters and 5 minuter videos. So this week I just really played around with this script. And then from there, um, just recently Victor suggested to me that I don't even need to do Adobe Premiere Pro, because that's what I intended to do. Just start with iMovie.
Yeah, of
And
course.
it's actually true. I do know how to use iMovie. When I need to do very fast edits, just if there's one whole like several tracks, one whole segment of a video, I just need to remove some parts of it, like when I upload to Facebook, something like that. I can do that. So I said, oh yeah, why not just use iMovie? So I've decided, and I've agreed with me, myself, and I
Yeah.
okay, just do basics, not go into B-rolls and make these super amazing videos that I really want to, but just so I could be able to actually start, just do the usual edits. So as I said, what I do right now, I do my live. So there are actually, there's a segment. So intro, and then I do a bit of an interview or demo, and then if ever for my crafty nights we actually do the work, which takes a lot of time. So I'll just remove that part, remove some of the intro, and then just focus on, if it's the interview, just the main interview. If it's the crafting, just the main demo or the product review. So there you go. That's what's up. That's what basically what I did this week in preparation for next week.
Absolutely. So you're ready.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm going to be ready this week. Yay.
Okay.
Okay.
When can we watch the first one?
All right. So normally I would do it Sundays, Sunday afternoon in between, and then Sunday evening after my Bible study. So hopefully I plan to put it out Tuesdays and Thursday. So at least one, definitely
Okay.
the Tuesday, but I want to do it Tuesday and Thursday night.
That's great. Very cool.
So if you are subscribed to me, then you will get a notification for sure. Because
Yeah.
I'll do a premiere.
Yeah, everyone should be subscribed. Laura, you can put your link in the chat later if you find time for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So now I'm back in the chat. Okay.
Yeah, does anyone have anything to say to Lala for helping her to achieve the goal?
Yeah, I do. If you can hear me.
Yes.
So Lala, I have a question for you. I put up my question. How are you shooting your
Okay.
video?
Pardon?
What are you using to shoot your video?
All right. So when I shoot my video, of course, I'm not techie. So I'm just basically using Ecamm.
Oh,
So
so
because
you're
Ecamm
shooting with,
has,
okay.
yes, Ecamm
So
has
you're,
that functionality where I can have all the audio tracks separated at the same time the video.
right. So you're shooting basically in a setup that that we're looking at now, where the camera is on a tripod, you're in frame, and you're not going to be like moving it around and
I
kind
do
of
have some videos where I vlog,
Mhm.
where I did vlog, like I visited, craft stores, something
Mhm.
like that. Yes, but for now, I think I would just focus on editing videos that are from this location, overhead shot here, so something like that. Maybe just make it zoom
Okay.
in
So
a
you're going to
bit.
do it from your command center. So that makes things
Yes, that's a
it
great word, Adam.
makes it a lot easier. Yeah. I was just going to make a recommendation if you like. I wasn't quite sure what you were doing, but like if you were going to say you had a crafting table, right, and you wanted to
Mhm.
bring or you're going to a friend's house, right? My recommendation when you're out is to just shoot on your iPhone, right? Because it's so available, and two, have a shot list, right? So you
Oh,
actually
shot
write
list.
down of everything you want to shoot, and even make the order so you know what do I need next, what do I need next, right? And then you want to do a great travel video, 1 through 9. Find the numbers 1 through 9 in the city that you're going to, and go 1, 2, like Sesame Street 3, and then you edit that together and say the name of the city 1 through 9 in Manila. It's a really cool thing, but like you had it in your head before you got started, right? So have a shot
Yes.
list, and then the third one, and this is the killer thing. I'm doing this one is there's a program called InShot, which is
Oh yeah, you mentioned
on
that before.
yeah, right. It's so easy to use. So if you shoot it on the phone, you can trim this is the kind of video I imagine you want to do, which is just like straight cuts, maybe a few transitions, maybe some
Mhm.
stickers, but you're not doing like big like stuff,
Yeah.
yeah, like quick. And then like what I'll do is I'll even shoot on my phone, do the rough cut in InShot, and then I export that out and then do all of the extra stuff on top of it. But if you want to do a lot, like a lot, like what you have to do is simplify the path to the end. It has to be like just all set up so you just sit down and you get like, so when you start doing it from command center, you almost have to like know, okay, step 1, step 2, step 3, and almost write yourself your flow Bible. So it's like,
Mhm.
oh, this is what I do every time. And then it's so easy to do. It's not like, oh, what do I have to do again? I don't know,
Yes,
personally,
actually,
I
that's
forget.
correct, Adam. I
Yeah.
actually started doing that. As like, if one my sisters told me, okay, if you really cannot do the edit, this is what you do. You practice. All right. So if this is like a demo that you want to do, start practicing so that you don't even need to do much edit, right? So you just, from this to this. So it's not something that you really need to do edits because it's perfectly done. So that's a great suggestion, Adam. All right, yes, quantity over quality for now, right? Yes, for the video
Exactly.
edits.
Yeah. Okay, so Andy, you raised your hand.
I did. It's a simple little question for Adam, my friend Adam. You're writing. How are you doing that? What's that about?
You like that? It's kind of cool, right?
It's
Well,
very
I
cool.
use Ecamm Live. I don't know if you're familiar with Ecamm, right? So
What is that?
if you're using a Mac, if you're not, I'm sorry. So, but if you're using a Mac, what you can do is you can bring in your iPad as an overlay, and I'm just running it in a little drawing application with a green canvas. And so when I draw, when I draw here, it appears on the screen, right? So I just know this is the area. That's what you're seeing. And this is Autodesk. What I like about this app, this is called Autodesk. Oh, I forget what it's called. Let me see. Are you going to see my screen go away? Sketchbook. It's Autodesk. So you'll see it now. It is here. this one here, this one, I have a folder with drawing apps. It's the one that looks like a pencil here, the red one.
Okay, you
right?
can write it in chat later.
Yeah, I'll write it, and I
Okay.
can write it out here. But what I like about this application is that you can hide the tools. It gives you like a clean interface. So, and then you have to kind of size it. But on one layer, you make it the green. And what I do is, you'll see here I have a green box. That's the darker green is like all green will disappear, but there's like a darker green box here. It's kind of hard to see. That's screen safe. So I know I can write inside that box. It'll appear on the side there. But that
Okay.
is Autodesk. It's called Sketchbook. And I don't know if it would, I don't remember if I paid for it or not, but if I paid for it, it wasn't very much. Right. And excuse my writing, but it's fun, right? Because it gives, and pinch and zoom, you can move it around, so you can place it, but it's super effective way. And this is going to be like part of what I'm doing now is using this kind
That's fabulous. Thank you.
gimmick. It's gimmick.
Great.
Yeah, but it
Thank you.
works, right? Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Adam. So I guess we're set for Lala, and we're looking forward to that edited video. And hello, Tony and Roy joined us. Hi. So the plan now is to, if you came up with something that you think you should be accountable
let's
for,
see. Look at this. This
and
right here worries me. See the 5.4 where it says
who is
scheduled status?
talking? Is
That's
that
one
Roy?
of those
Yeah.
Trouble.
Yeah, he's a troublemaker. It's in the name.
Trouble.
Yeah. Okay. So if you came up with something you would like to be accountable, it would be a good time to announce that. And I also made a channel in the Discord where you can write that down. And so I guess, does someone have some goals to share? Okay, we have to watch for the writing. Adam, you can also talk.
I have a bad habit of talking over people, and I've been
Okay.
working on that. But yeah, so I've decided, inspired by Roberto Blake, if you listen to what he says on YouTube, Roberto was on Expand Your Reach. He talks about how your first 100 videos, you can even throw them away, but you have to go through them to get to a place. And I just stressing this a lot. Quantity over quality is all about going through the journey to get there. And so what my big thing is producing 100 videos on YouTube. And I'm not going to focus on anything else. I'm not going to focus on memberships. I'm not going to focus on courses. I'm going to focus on being part of these groups. So I get the kind of the lift and the encouragement. But I'm working with Doc Rock. He's my coach, and he's going to be helping me get to 100 videos. I've got a lot of knowledge and cred to share, and I'll be doing it. And it's going to be pretty much like this, like real basic and vital, and quantity over quality. Like the information's more important than the execution, but you get better each time when you get up to bat. You can't hit the ball the first time, and just think about anything in your life. The first time I tried to do anything, I was pretty bad at it. Like we're all really good at preparing eggs in our 50s, right? We have I can make an omelet, right? Of course, how many omelets have you made in your lifetime? But remember the 14-year-old you making an omelet for the first time and it gets stuck on the pan and you didn't know it oil, that's it. And so we expect we can just make a video and it's going to be perfect. Every musician, every star, every person you believe in, every great book you've read, boy, they wrote a lot of bad stuff before you got to that one, and I've read some of that early writing too. So it's understanding that. So I feel like I have to really just start, give me a shovel and I'm going to start producing. So, and the way that's going to look is, I think I'm going to be producing 5 videos a week from now until the end of the year to make that happen, because we got 6 months and it works out. The math works out. And I'm not worried about every day. And I'm not worried about the length. And the topic will all be about about podcasting and getting people to start. But my focus is going to be less on the tech. I will do some product reviews and some tech. But the key, because I'm in the podcast starter club, the key word in my club is this one. It's start or starter, right? Getting people to go from 0 to 1, right? And that is, I think, the scariest leap. And once you get started, you might stink, but it doesn't suck as bad as like nothing. And really helping people get through that idea of paralysis by analysis, right? And like, I just need the right X, Y, or Z. You just need a phone really to get started. You don't need to be able to do all these kind of tricks.
And you can't get good if you don't start. That's
exactly.
Right. And did you already do some videos, or are you just starting with this 100 now?
Well, I already have I have video. I'm hiding videos on my channel now that don't have to do with my main topic, which is this. So I have about 4 or 5 videos out of my collection that are technically aligned to this idea. So I've got about 96 more to do.
Okay, 96. Good.
Yeah, and I'm starting with technically I'm starting with Doc on Saturday, so it will my clock starts on Monday. So so this week is my last kind of week to be a freeloader.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So 5 videos a week.
Okay, so we're looking forward to see.
Yeah, combination of lives and recorded, but at least 5 like things that I can say. These are the things that I did. So that, and I could use your help in just saying, "Hey, how's it going?"
Yeah, we will.
Oh, I was gonna say this is easy. You just do 5-minute videos. Do a 5-minute video, then turn the camera off. Wait 5 minutes, do another 5-minute. You can have 100 videos today.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you're right. I might batch a few like that. I might. They don't have to be long videos. I tend to talk around 10 minutes. So I'm aiming some like 8 to 10. That's about the sweet spot. So of this, and it's going to be a lot of this. Eventually, I'm going to start bringing in pictures and things like that, just talking about, the stuff, what might be blocking you from starting. And the fastest, easiest way. I'm also big. I'm so cheap, like saving money and using stuff that's free, and where you need to draw the line and spend the money where that, it's going to help you in the long run. Yeah. So, yeah. So.
And you're starting now, or?
Starting now, yeah.
Yeah.
Starting
so
now. I mean,
next week we can ask you about how many videos you made.
Absolutely.
Great.
By next week. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. So that's so fantastic. We have amazing goals to reach. Anyone else? Yes, Edda.
Well, hopefully you don't get a lot of background noise, but I want to start recording on video the recording of my podcast so I can repurpose content, because I'm very not very, but I'm pretty consistent on recording my podcast, but like I don't record myself, recording the podcast. And I've seen a lot of that it's helpful to record, to repurpose content. And I haven't done that. It makes me nervous because I follow the script on the podcast. So I am afraid that I'm going to be like very conscious that I'm reading as I am recording myself. And so, yeah, I need a little bit more of courage, I guess, to start doing that and be more consistent on trying. And, like Adam said, it's not going to be perfect. I know it because it's like how I started the podcast. The podcast, I didn't think it was worth listening at the beginning. And now I'm at 35 episodes already. So I really enjoy doing that too. But introducing the video part on the podcast is being hard.
Okay.
And, like the accountability of recording that video.
Yeah. And you said you need courage. So how do you get that courage? What can we do?
I don't know. Is there like a shot or like injection or something that you guys recommend? Because that's what I stumble, like I love doing the live videos because I have Andy now, and I feel more comfortable like that he's there. And then on Fridays, when I go live as well, I have a guest. So I feel comfortable there. But if I do it by myself, that's when I'm like, oh, I get really, really nervous.
Okay, and so you need courage to record that. Did I get that right?
Yep.
So you could record the next one, and then if you don't like it, immediately delete it, but you at least recorded it. No, Roy says don't delete it. But you have nothing to lose. Or
Just remember, bad videos are B-roll. You don't use it for anything else. You can like, oh, there's a snippet of a scene I can use as B-roll for my next video. And then I don't know, what do you use to record your podcast with?
Actually, my phone, and I get in the car because of the acoustics.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because if you use Ecamm, there's a preference. Just make sure in the audio you tell it to record your guest as a separate audio track, so that when you're editing, you have options in case there's
Oh, yeah. Well, I use StreamYard, and I've done that, like pull out the recording and add it to my podcast, but on my podcast, it's only me. It's solo.
okay.
Like I don't have guests in there, but I have taken some videos and like pieces of the topic that I'm talking, and then I add that sound to it. But yeah, I guess you're right. Like, just trying and going from there, I guess.
So you're recording in the car with the phone, and the goal would be to not just record the audio then, but also the video. Okay, and if you record both, you still can for the first step just use the audio and get comfortable with recording, maybe, or.
That's a good idea. Start practicing and don't put out there the video until I feel comfortable. I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah. So, and then next step would be to make yourself watch the video, and then so you can go step by step.
And then I'll go to Lala to learn how to edit that video.
Exactly. Yeah. But would that be a goal, a short-term goal to just start recording this video and then go from there? Great. So then Adam has already something written again. Prompt Smart Pro.
Oh, yeah. So there's this app, if you're using an iPhone, Prompt Smart Pro is really great. If you want to use a script, you can use it on your phone. It puts the text right below the camera, and it listens to you. So it actually moves the text as it hears you. It's like, it's amazing. It's like magic. And it's like $10 or something like that, but it works beautifully. I've used it on many short videos where I wanted to say something very specific, and you can hardly tell, especially if you're wearing glasses, you can hardly tell that it's there. And you just gotta kind of look to the middle of it. But since it's at the top, or even when sideways, it puts it on the side, it's very convincing, and it works really well. But Roy had a really good point with B-roll. All you really need is the beginning, like the first couple of sentences, perfect. If you need to do an edit, you just put B-roll up, and then we won't see you, and then you can cut to another thing. You do it over again, so we won't see the hard cut. You just so you talk about, have you ever been in a beautiful garden? And then we see a picture of a garden, and then you put the cut, and then your answer comes after that. And no one's gonna know that you changed behind the B-roll. And it's kind of funny. If you want to do something to really mess with people, put on a different pair of glasses, or put a brooch on, or the little change, people when somebody notices, then they're a super fan. But and people won't even know that you changed. So because they're so in the moment that they know it's still you, you could even be somewhere else. It's amazing what you don't see, but you can do some hard edits so it looks like you just recorded it straight through, but you use the B-roll to hide the cuts.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I mean, like, I've never thought of these things. This is really, really helpful.
Great, fantastic. And so Lala has a hand up. You're muted, Lala.
Unmute.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was like, so I was thinking, maybe we can, Anna and I, because we're the ones who are now in focus in terms of accountability. I would, if that's okay, Marcus and everyone, maybe part of the way of during editing before I actually put it out there. Maybe I would give you guys link to my what do you call that, unlisted video.
Sure.
And then before I actually premiere it. Okay. But yeah, but guys, remember, don't ask for
Yeah, to get a feedback.
Guys, remember this. But I would love for you to hear your comments before I actually
Okay, I try to remember to make a channel in Discord for.
Okay, and maybe we'll put that. Yes, of course, we have to be in Marcus's Discord. So can we put that?
You can put it wherever, but that's just one of the places you can put it.
Oh, I think we should put it there because that's our accountability.
Yeah, that's
group,
good,
right?
yeah.
I think yeah. So that one.
Great. Okay. So just I have to remember all those things, but you can write that in Discord too. So we have Lala doing the first edited video in a few days, and Adam starting with his 100 videos, and Anna starting recording the video of the podcast, and then we look from there. Very good. So, anybody else with something to track? And hi, Janet. I hope I didn't let you wait too long. I didn't immediately notice you in the waiting room.
No, it's fine. It's good to be here. Sorry I'm late, everybody.
No,
really
it's
good to be here. And no, I didn't wait too late. I was trying to get everything turned on.
Yeah. Yeah, Andy.
Can I ramble just a little bit? But this is
you may.
This is for accountability's sake. 2 weeks ago, I think I mentioned to the group that I was encouraged to try out to do a TED Talk, and the process was very involved. And the process was first you submitted an application which talked about your content, talked about your methodology, talked about your philosophy about engaging audiences. So I submitted that and I got hooked into that. That was just fine. I passed through that hurdle. Second thing is you needed to do a phone conversation with Ted himself or herself. And I passed that hurdle, and that was great. And then you needed to submit your talk no more than 18 minutes on video. And because of Lita and because of everything, I did pretty darn well. I was engaging, compelling, enticing, and I was just me, kind of for better or for worse. Okay, then you had to do your 18-minute talk in front of a large live audience, which I'm used to, but you had to take that 18 minutes and narrow it down to 3 minutes. 3 minutes. And so I did that 2 Thursdays ago, and I absolutely sucked. May I say sucked here?
Oh,
I was pathetic. I was moronic. I was just, wow. And I wasn't nervous and anything. But, and so yesterday I got the word, they said, no way do we ever want to see you.
No.
No, they didn't say it. They were very nice, but I didn't make it to the final round. I wasn't disappointed and I wasn't surprised because I did so poorly on my 3 minute. Okay, put that over here for a second. And over here, what I've been doing for about the last 6 months since I've been able to be out in a crowd, I've been doing open mic comedy nights, which is something I've never done before. And the whole goal is not to necessarily have a song and dance routine as much as coming up with the presentation of content in a humorous storytelling way. So I've been doing pretty darn well. My ultimate goal is not to do open night as much as somehow figure out a way how to do these open nights, video them, and have them a part of live streaming. Is that vague enough for you?
Yeah.
And the accountability is I have no idea how to do it. I do my routines, but I want them to be more of a part of a global experience.
Do you have access to like a room or auditorium that maybe you could go and do? Let's say I've been planning on doing a fake TED Talk. I literally, like, this is my mind. I was like thinking, well, I talked to them at church. Can I use they have an auditorium there. There's a local community theater. Maybe they let me come in on an off day and use the stage and stand at the lights, set up my cameras, and basically do my TED Talk right there in front of it. Well, I mean, that one thought, I mean, just some venue where you have the feeling of being in a crowd and can speak in front of folks, and you have kind of control of the situation and the audio so that you can make that. I mean, what about that as a possibility?
Yeah, I mean, that's, yes, it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that, Roy, and simplicity is what it is. And I'm just trying to I think I'm making it too complex. All I need when I'm doing open mic to video it, and I want to be able to have some interaction with both the audience, live audience, as well as the live streaming audience. But Roy, that's simple and good.
Yeah, and Andy, I would also say you also have to celebrate that as a win, what you achieved, because how many people even try to go in for a TED Talk and then get selected and get to do all those stuff. So it didn't go to the end at the first try, but I think it's a big win that you got that far and that you did that. So
thank you, Marcus. Have you been talking to my wife? That's what she's been saying. Hey,
a wise woman.
That's what she says about you too. Not a nice woman, but no, I appreciate that, Marcus, a lot.
Yeah. You can go live from your phone too, or restream, or there's tons of platforms that work on your mobile device. You just have a little clip that goes on the mic stand and you clip it in. That way there's the people that are live and the people that are in the room, together.
So do I have two cameras then? One on you, one on the audience?
Yeah, so you have, if you want the audience to be in the feed, that's a little tricky. One, you have to get permission to make sure they're okay with being in a feed. If it's just a view, right, you could just put a camera, like put your phone on the mic stand or on a tripod, on the stage so that we can hear you and see you. Or maybe you get a feed from the board, which would sound even better. And that's what you're broadcasting. But the reason why I'm saying have the phone on the mic stand is you could actually read any comments that might be coming from the audience, right? So really the phone becomes the camera and the broadcaster, in a way.
So the shtick, or part of the act, is not only the comedy or the story, but my incorporation of the live stream comments that the audience plays along with.
Right. So then you want to have the chat. So you could have a laptop with the chat room. You just just so that you can see what the chat room is. And you just kind of set it up in a way where because the video will create like some kind of weird, doubling. So you just kind of just show the chat room. So you have a projection of what the chat room is saying.
So the projection is just the chat room. It isn't
the back channel, they call that. Yeah, we do that at our conferences sometimes. I produce conferences for a big IT company, and sometimes we'll have a screen that's just a back channel. If you look closely at Expand Your Reach, at some of the pictures that Luria took from inside, you'll see on both sides she had room 1 and room 2, right, on 2 vertical screens, and she could see the chats, right? And you could just have that in the projector and going to the wall so everybody in the room can see what people are saying. Like, hey, I'm going to do a live stream, right? And people will laugh. Yeah, no, seriously, this is Facebook on my phone here. Hold on. Hey, everybody. And then behind on the screen, you have the chat room, like, oh, loser, or haha, like whatever it is, lol. Like in the chat, you could even have like some people, some like like insiders, in the room to like set you up with some jokes, and like so your bit becomes you responding to a chat room, and the audience would be like dying.
That's really funny. So it's truly interactive on multiple levels.
Yeah, we've done that before, but what the wall is what people in the audience, they ask questions, or they can, we give sometimes texting too, like you text your question to this number, and then it'll appear on a video wall. It'll just kind of float up, like, so it's anonymous, and people tend to ask more compelling questions when their name's not attached to them.
Yeah,
I'll try to figure out. That's really good.
Something to think about for you, Andy, and we will ask next time what you came up with there. Yeah, and we have joined Sammy Superstar, the one and only, in the house. Hello, Sammy.
Hello.
Hello.
How is everyone?
Yeah, good.
We're much better now that you're here, Sam.
That's good to hear.
So
did that seem insincere, or did it seem sincere?
What a choice there.
Because it was very sincere.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Sammy, the topic is accountability. I don't know, do you have some goals to share with us? Or?
Some goals to share. What goals? I have a couple.
I figure.
I need to. I should really mark down my interviews, because I don't do that really. Like I kind of do it, but I don't. So that's a goal, because I'm doing so many interviews now with so many people that I'm not writing them down. So yeah, that's one of the goals.
So the ones you did, or the ones that are coming up? Or?
Coming up.
Okay. You're losing track of who is coming up, or?
No, like, I don't want to be double booking on the same day.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
Did that happen to you? Or?
About to happen.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty urgent then to take out some calendar or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be fancy. Can be a good.
You can just calendar. Be on the computer.
Yeah, everywhere. Yeah, exactly. But that's a nice problem to have, to always have too many guests.
Yes.
So, Lala, you raised your hand.
Yes, because of this one has to do with Sammy. All right, Sammy, you guys know that I've had episodes where that has happened to me in the past, and even triple booking on the same day, right? Because what happened was they suddenly said, oh, I can't do this, but can I do this day? Okay, sure. But, I didn't realize that I already have that with the original guest, right? So just recently, I finally decided to get Calendly. So, and then I made a different, like, what do you call this, guesting for my crafty segments and then for my interviews. And so now I have like from now until December, everything is lined up there. And then after that, once it's confirmed, Janet is actually there in that calendar. Thank you, Janet. All right. So I then send them the Notion file for the run of show. So I think, Sammy, maybe you could also do something like that. It doesn't have to be Calendly, but something that would make sure that there's no double booking because it's set, and even your guest will see. Okay, what are
Yeah.
the available dates and time?
Because this is what I do. Whenever I send an email or a message or whatever, I say, hey, can you do these dates? Because I don't know if they're booked or something. So I give them like 5-10 dates, and then they say, hey, the first date works amazing, blah, 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 let's do this. And then maybe I need to do a system. You know what I mean? Because it's easier if you just write it out than just send them the link, because you never know. They might be busy or they forget to send this link and book.
The
You know?
Calendly, Sammy, gives you an update. So all your guests will also see. Let's say I said this, and then when you send your Calendly, they will see also if you are busy or they cannot choose that
Okay.
date, and then they can
Yeah.
check. It's really
Okay.
nice.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Great. And I guess you can also use it from the phone, Lala.
Yes.
Okay. And so then
I
as
have
soon
heard
as
of it.
someone says, yeah, that's the date I can make, you put that in there and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Exactly. Very good. Cool. So, have you something else? Who has goals we should track?
I need to be doing recorded video. I have been too busy, and I keep doing my lives. And I'm staying consistent there. But my goal was to release a recorded video every 2 weeks, and it's been over a month, and I haven't released a recorded video. I did make like a series and did that, but I mean, I'm more dedicated. This is like intentional recorded video. So in the next 2 weeks, I need to need to have a recorded video out there that I've intentional, and the plan is to release it on Thursdays. So that's the goal that I need, and I need to be held accountable to that.
Okay.
What's the difference? What's the difference for you? I've watched some of this stuff on your channel, and it's all good. I'm just curious, what's the difference in your mind between when you say a recorded video and a live video?
So my live video is usually a how-to with a guest, but then I have recorded videos that are dedicated tutorial that are very succinct. I try to make them very short. And so, because my live videos usually do pretty good. My recorded videos, most people don't want to watch it. And a lot of times I don't want to lose the chat from those. So I don't go back and shorten the video down. I know some people will do a live and then they'll take that live and they'll chop it up and make a recorded video. But I don't want to lose the chat, because sometimes I'll have a night where there's just so many people show up and they say so many things. And I think that enlivens the conversation when somebody's watching the video to see the chat. Then there's some nights there's nobody. Well, somebody always shows up. Thankfully now, it used to be there were days when there weren't, but now there are. And so I want to do recorded videos where I can do like a premiere and release that. And like I said, those videos, my tutorials seem to do really well. I do cover a topic that I'm going in depth on for my lives, and I have an interview guest. And I think that's edutainment more so than my recorded videos. And of course, I love the lives. If I ever get big enough where all I have to do is do a live video every week, I would be perfectly happy with that.
So which videos do better? Which ones do better?
My recorded tutorial videos.
Yeah, of course, because you're solving a pain point. Like
I'm solving a problem.
Yeah, of course.
So
that's what people are searching for, right? And you come up and you're like,
oh yeah. Right. So much YouTube search. People are finding it through Google search and YouTube search. I am getting a lot of traffic from LinkedIn. I don't know if you guys, I've been taking my recorded videos, the ones that I'm really proud of, and posting links on LinkedIn, and have been getting a lot of traffic from LinkedIn. I don't know if you guys are doing that or not, but I don't have a separate presence on LinkedIn from my professional presence or my day job, but I've been putting the videos out there anyway. That's probably a topic I need to talk to Dr. Elo about. Hey, what I need to do, because he's really doubling down on LinkedIn and doing a lot more, and he's actually doing lives on LinkedIn, and that is something I'm thinking about, but I can't figure out what my topic should be over there. So because I want to be more LinkedIn focused when I'm over there. YouTube, I feel like you can have more fun, be more loose. Tech happens, but on LinkedIn, well, I feel like I got to be pro level the whole time, no matter what. I can't afford to let my game slip at all.
Well, why do people use LinkedIn? I mean, number one reason why people use LinkedIn. What do you think?
Most people use it for professional networking.
Yeah, and to do one of two things, right? Either they're going to do what?
Find a job or
sell you something. Find somebody to sell.
Yeah,
right.
That's true. But it's a streaming platform, and people are having success there.
Yeah. But if you can help people improve their job, like, and also learn, like I have at LinkedIn, I have LinkedIn Learning. Excellent, right? So really great place to smarten up on anything that has to do with business. So like if you could create content that is more geared towards helping a professional raise their game, that's LinkedIn. Whereas YouTube is just like, it's just about being a better human.
Yeah, and my company's social media policies are so strict, I can't go and share my day job really. So it's kind of a challenge, because if I could, I'd take a camera.
Are you in IT? Are you in IT?
I am in IT. Yeah, so I am in IT, and I would love to go in and say, let me show you this storage array, or let me show you this server, let me show you this connectivity.
I work for Gartner. I'm a senior director at Gartner. I design the hype cycle, like in the Magic Quadrant.
Yeah, so I go out and look at your Magic Quadrants and say, okay, I should talk to those people and not talk.
Who do you think makes all the Magic Quadrants?
We should talk, but anyway,
my team. I can't tell you. I'm not allowed.
I know.
It's me.
Okay, so Roy, your goal is to do more edited videos, and what was holding you back there? Just no time, or what were the reasons?
Time, dedicating time to it. It's kind of like being a writer. You feel like, oh, I've got to wait till the muse hits before I can write, and that you can't live that way. I mean, real writers write every day, whether they have anything to write or not. So I need to do the same thing with video.
Yeah. You said every 2 weeks too, right? So you're giving yourself some time too. So you should be able to find some time.
Every 2 weeks, because it usually takes me about 4 days to edit a video for some reason. It'll be like I'll start with a 30-minute video, edit it down to about 8 to 10. And it just takes me forever. My editing skills are getting better in Final Cut, but at the same time, I have a hard time picking and choosing what to cut. So it's,
So what's the next topic, you think?
I actually am going to probably double down on YouTube analytics. I did a video this week where it was vidIQ versus TubeBuddy, and the week before I kind of talked about analytics. But I want to go and just focus on one portion of analytics and make short videos about that and say, okay, you want to know about average view duration? I'm going to go in depth on average view duration.
What that means. Excellent. I look forward to seeing it.
Yeah, and you said the muse has to come in. Do you have a list with topics to do, or?
I mentally do, yes. I have a list in my head. I also have a list on my Google Doc, but I haven't updated in a bit, so I need to do a brain dump.
I would suggest to do that, because the worst thing to come up with something is an empty page or an empty monitor, and as soon as you have an idea, put it in there.
And I have to do a lot of homework before I do any topic. I never want to go out on something I'm not prepared for. And so my recorded videos, I have done like tons of research before I go out there, because I never want to tell anybody wrong. So.
Yeah, but for the research, you don't have to wait for the muse. You just have to have the time. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I guess we ask you next time you're here. And Adam, not writing, but holding up the hand.
Yeah, so I just have a question for you and for the team. Clearly, we have a lot of really great ideas, and everybody's kind of coming up with these wonderful goals. I'm thinking of like, how can we capture some of that in the Discord? Should we have a goals channel, or should we each have our own channel to put our, individual goals? So
I could make a channel for each person. Yeah.
what do you guys think? This is a discussion. Like, would you rather have separate, like, so for mine, so if you want to talk about, we each have, once we have a goal, we get our own channel, and then the conversation goes in that channel, and then you can post links, or should we have just one channel with everybody's goal and we're all just kind of going all over the place?
Well, I should wait my turn, but I was going to say, I like the idea of having basically a channel that's the goals, and basically, because the best way to have a goal is to make it into being, and by writing it down and making it accessible where everybody sees it, put that goal out there in a channel and say, this is my goal right here. I'm going to do this, and the time frame is this. So don't make a goal if you don't have a time frame to say when it's going to be done by.
Yeah, but I was thinking about that today too. I just made a channel accountability, but Discord, everything comes one after the other, and so I'm absolutely up to make a channel per person, because the other ones can still go in there and give feedback, and so you have more a timeline. Adam writes about his goals, and someone is commenting on the goal, and then he writes other goals, versus all is in one place. But I just don't want to make a bunch of empty channels. So I guess everyone who
accountability is fine. We just have to say that's where you're going to go. Your goals are going to go.
Yeah. So I would say everybody who writes goals from now until next Thursday, I will make a channel to put the goal as well there in an own channel. And for someone who just wants to post something occasional, can put it directly in the accountability channel. But I think that could be really helpful. So you have the history of your goals and the comments and input to your goals.
All in one place. Yeah, I was thinking that too. And not and you don't have to have one. Only if there's something you want to be a major project, like a major goal, burning goal,
So you can say me for who would like to start with an own channel, and I will make them afterwards.
Yeah, definitely. Like 100 videos. That's my thing.
Adam makes one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's definitely for me.
Then who else?
And Anna was recording videos, right? Recording videos, podcast, but we had to ask her. Right?
I guess she could use one. I
put
her with a question mark. Yeah. Lala.
Sorry, can you run through that again? I was in the chat.
Lala is multitasking. Yeah, no, that's fine. The question is,
as like main goal. Is it the main goal?
Yeah, a channel where you can put your goals, and it's just your goals.
Channel?
And then
or should we have all the goals in one channel?
Okay, that's the thing. I was putting that in the chat. The thing with individual channels is like, if there's so many of us, is that okay to have like tons of channels?
Yeah,
but then being all the goals in one channel also is nice, because sometimes other people's goals might also somehow, resonate with you somehow.
You know, Lala, if you have your channel with your goals, I will go and watch in there, and I maybe write and ask you if you reached it. And the thing is just to have more it easier to find. I guess we just try. We will just try, I guess.
Yeah.
I will make one for you, Lola.
All right, and since I'm here already, Don in the chat is saying that what about putting those ideas that are in Google Doc and put them on a calendar in 2-week intervals?
That would be for Roy, I guess.
Was that for Roy?
Well, it's for me. I apologize. I'm doing the day job at the same time I'm doing this.
So that's an idea for you, and you can take it or not.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of doing separate for each one of us. I think it should be one blanket area because that way it has more visibility and therefore more accountability. And as long as we all promise to be encouraging, loving people in that area and not, go slash people's tires because they didn't make their goals last week, I think we'll be fine. But that's just my thought for what it's worth.
Yes, thank you, Roy. Another one, Marcus, from Victor, channels by topic, not people.
Yeah, can do that too. Okay, but we have to figure. I guess we just experiment with it. So I'm making one for Adam for sure, and then Lala, you can say, tell me if you want one or not, and then I have the accountability channel, and you can post there too. Because especially for people who are not sure if they will post something regularly, it is very much the idea to put it in one channel with all the others. Else we have a ton of nearly empty channels. But
yeah, I'm gonna have 100. So like I'm working on 100 videos. So like just let me put this on a page.
Yeah. So the policy is everybody who wants a channel gets one, and I will interact with you wherever.
If it makes sense, if it makes sense to you, let us know.
Yeah. And and so we can experiment and whatever works best. Okay, so we almost used up the hour. Any last goals to address? Okay.
I'm taking singing lessons, by the way.
Wow.
It's not a goal. You don't need to have a goal when it comes to singing because it's from the heart. I have no disposition or I'm a happy guy when I'm singing. And when I'm not singing, I'm
great. So maybe in a future episode you will sing something for us.
Well, I've heard you sing a few times, Mark.
Yeah, but that was in private Facebook groups. So okay, we will have to see. Yeah. So my final question for you is was that helpful in that format? Should we continue with that or?
Yes.
I get a yes, and I get
yes.
Okay, more thumbs up. Fine. Yeah, and we could then also sometimes do special ones like we did last week with Lala if someone has a topic to go in deeper, and then but yeah, don't hesitate to contact me in Discord, in the group or via private message in Discord if you have any input, feedback, things you are very happy or not happy at all, and so that we can go in the right direction, because it's still an experiment and I'm still blown away the response of all of you, and that we are actually doing this in public and just supporting each other. I think it's such a great thing. And it happened almost accidentally, so like everything with my live streaming past. Yeah. But I think that would be all for today. Thank you all so much for joining. Thank you in the chat, and see you next week. Thanks. Bye.
Next week.
Bye.
Everybody be well. Peace and love. There you go.
Too. Back at you.
Don't forget to like this stream.
Okay, exactly.